Welcome back to the VTuber News. This is Salvi, the one who resides on the right side of your screen most of the time, and I'm here now just to remind you guys that I do have a goal for, at the very least, until my birthday in June. I would love to be able to reach 20k subscribers, so if you could please subscribe and continue to watch these videos whenever you have a chance, I would really appreciate it. Just a small reminder, of course, and do enjoy the rest of the video. Just when you thought things weren't going to get any worse for Sykkuno, they did. They ended up getting much worse for him, at the very least when it comes to his reputation. Of course, we all know by now, with my video and many other videos out there about the whole situation that happened with Sykkuno, serial cheater, master manipulator, and according to these people, dangerous predator. I would say yes to the first two. The other one, it's kind of harder to prove, you know, because the predators tend to do a lot more like actual physical harm. Although emotional harm was done, the predator thing still is up in the air for a lot of people, but that's not what we're talking about today. We're talking about people that have been talking about this situation and how it happened to them. Today we're going to Powder, which says, ladies, you're not special. We're all special. And showing that they had done a call with Sykkuno, which is what, you know, had been done with many other women. Some more for sexy time, some more for other things. Says we just played a game, don't get any funny ideas. Context, she's, you know, kind of making fun of the situation with Mujin and everything like that, trying to add some levity to it. Wrong place, wrong time, you could say, for those types of things. I would say wrong place, wrong time, but Powder wanted to make fun of the situation, and there we are with that one. So nothing bad happened there. It's just, you know, people are kind of doing that on one end, but on the other end, there are people who actually did get affected by this, showing that something happened. It says here, oh my god, thank god I turned him down. Sykkuno reached out to me after seeing my VR chat one day, and always messaged out of nowhere or try to meet up with me at conventions. He bought me Steam games. He showed up in the city for a league tournament and invited me out to a group event, paid for me to play and paid for all my drinks. And we planned to go back out. So he Ubered us to the apartment, to the store, to store all the prizes we won. Dumb on my part, but I had been drinking. We ended up going to a bar and vintage arcade games to play more as a joke. And as a joke, I told me if I got the high score, he'd pay me my rent. He knew I was struggling after some more drinks. We had to go back to the apartment to pick up some prizes. He wanted to stay and play games or watch some anime with me. I didn't feel comfortable and politely thanked him for the night. Sykkuno grabbed me by the waist, put me in against his body, and asked in a flirty tone, so you don't want something? Do you want something? At that point, I was really nervous. But I just told him, no, sorry, but thank you for the fun and have a good night. I never knew he had a girlfriend, nor was I interested. I can't imagine if I had fallen for his playboy tricks. Yeah, he was an F-boy, pretty much is the way it is. He was always wanting to meet up over events over a few years. I knew him, but never with my friends. He wanted to meet alone. This is effing scary. My friends thought it was weird too. Thank God I had such good friends, making sure I was being safe. Love you guys. And here we have some stuff here. Show me next time. You looked really nice when we got to hang out, and you smelled nice too. That is creepy as hell. Saying you smelled nice is always creepy as hell, no matter who it is, no matter what's happening. Saying someone's honest smelled nice is an easy way to creep the F out of anybody. So we're continuing on here with more stuff that I'll show you in a new one here that we can get closer. Yep, speaking of, I'm going to take a little nap. She doesn't know it yet, but she's going to wake up at 5 p.m. Good luck with your tournament. Thanks. Hope you have a good sleep. Oh yeah, TFT tournament is in Seattle, by the way. I'm kind of far from the main city. Oh, you were? Crazy timing. Were you here for the weekend or shenanigans? It's like Southern. I'm going to round one tonight. Fun. I didn't even know there were any here. Love round one. Basically, just round one is, I believe, the bar where you can play games, I believe. You're probably near Tacoma. It's a tournament at the Dome. They look a lot of sick rays. I believe that's what it is, at least. Just from context clues. I may be getting the wrong context clues, but there you go. Continuing on here. More proof of what is going on and what they have here. Two more here, which is this one here. Aren't too many drinks, not going to lie. But I haven't been around round one for like a year, so I'm excited. Not super familiar with what you look like. Kind of have an idea. I'm in a black cargos, a black crop. That's when they decided to go out to get some drinks. Over here is her showing that Sykkuno followed her as well. So here we go. Down here, she continues on. Says, I'm saying glad I didn't get tricked into this being any hole is a goal. I'm not saying he's a murderer, y'all. I'm saying I'm glad I wasn't part of his serial cheating, which is disgusting. There was definitely a whack power dynamic there, which if it didn't take no for an answer, who would have believed me at all? I'm putting this out there because the girls who went further with him are getting a ton of hate. They even get death threats and things like that. He is a scumbag out of for this S, and they're not the only ones. This wasn't one or two girls. I'm posting for the ones that are afraid to speak out, which a lot of people are. Continuing here, you can't fit all IRL interactions, conversations, and nuance in one tweet, y'all. I'm not writing damn twit longer. I'm being open for the girls. The men giving them this S in the comments are just outing themselves. 07s. Here, every woman is always use a bracketed parts to remove any part of their personal responsibility. It's effing hilarious. Y'all pretend like you have zero agency. Every step is so weird. I use them to add info and not disrupt the flow. Parentheses, round brackets, or punctuation marks used in pairs in non-essential qualifying or explanatory information into a sentence without disrupting flow. That's how I've always used it. But yeah, she's defending herself very strongly, which is good. And we continue here with someone else saying, ooh, is that why you followed me back in 2024? Dev or SP66KYS. Here, help. Sykkuno followed them. But BBT commented they weren't lying. Sykkuno follows a lot of women. So apparently that's another thing. OMG Dev, I have no words. He has good taste. And, people are just, saying, bro, how many female content creators and VTubers have the scumbag Sykkuno ever messaged? Seems like a lot. So we're going to continue. I met Sykkuno the first TwitchCon in 2022. He was on a party bus, asked me if I knew what a happy ending was, and then asked for my number, gave the number of a Domino's instead. He was so drunk. I was so drunk that whole trip too. I forgot all about it, but I still remember his face. Ew. Going on here, Hugwizard was like, ew on that one. No shot, you were on the bus. That bus was a fever trip. That's Ivanito there. So much have happened, and the bus driver was awesome as F. And yeah, be in the mountains, like you drunk, remember the local Domino's number in 2022. Saved the number on my phone and gave it to anyone who weirded me out. Is it not just trying to be safe? Yeah, I know a lot of people who do that. Movo says what everyone's thinking. Who the F starts a conversation like that? I just sat down. Yeah, someone who's an F-boy and is really trying to get in everybody's pants, apparently. That's what it seems like. You think whichever way you want on the whole situation, if it was handled correctly, wasn't handled correctly, whatever it is. The fact is, dude was an F-boy, and dude was trying to get in everybody's pants. Absolutely everybody's pants. And that is a shame, because it shouldn't be that way. People should be able to enjoy their time as much as they can, enjoy their time in a fun way, and without having to worry about people trying to get in their pants. Although, I'm pretty sure, as women, more often than not, they do have to go through these situations. So it says here, okay, since we're all talking, and he does put something out here that says, you draw the thing you gave me, it's so cute. Yes, I did. I tried to Google your favorite Pokemon. I hope you have a great day and Harajuku. Thanks. Do you live in Japan? This is, of course, Sykkuno talking. Do you live in Japan? I live a bit further north of Ikebukuro. I have no idea where that is. Is that near Roppongi? You seem really cool. It'd be nice to hang out. So he's trying to hang out with this person as well. Continuing on down here, replies are so funny that incels ruined it, and now you have all lost reply privileges. Sorry. Continues on to the next one here. Definitely wasn't a fan of his comments. Either way, I'm not trying to claim other than to show, yes, he was DMing small creators. And then basically, this person shows more screenshots out here of more interactions with Sykkuno. Continuing here, yeah, she makes the music, but mostly I'm biased. I've met someone before. They are my friend, also biased. It says, oh, really? That's okay. You might bias towards your friends, right? Yeah, I am. Especially when I meet and they're really cool. So I'm pretty biased for you now. So again, trying to lay it on thick. And then go on here was the same reason we ended up hanging out. Little right. So predictable because I'm green. I was trying to compliment. Well, you do have green eyes. LOL. So yeah, trying to do his regular tricks on other folks. Continuing on here. A lot of the bug says, bro, he really wasn't everyone's DMs. For real. LMFAO. He even tried it with me over there. And it says, dream him and who else? Lana. I plead the fifth. I can hear, does your fiance let you do collabs through the screen? So yeah, a lot of people are just putting stuff out there. Unfortunately, yeah, there are a lot of negative things happening here. Dated him from 2015 to 2019. I warned a few people about him at the time, but most people didn't believe me, and I got harassed for it. Does anyone know how I can get in contact with his DF? If he will speak with me, if she will speak with me, I really want to talk to her. I feel bad to admit that happened to so many people. So maybe your reply will boost this. I can help here. Are you that girl that exposed him in 2019, which apparently she did? Yes, that was me, and people were not happy with me. LOL. Says, I hope you're doing much better now. I'm so sorry. A lot of people were giving, her well wishes and things like that because, yeah, it's a tough thing to be in that situation. And we also have continuation. The last thing I'm going to put out here. Ren from Renegade is a big VTuber. Bro asked me to play Fortnite out of the blue and unfollowed me when I ignored him. Says, so he didn't get an answer and just moved on like a normal person? It was the only reason he was following me, presumably. The pattern of behavior here is being exposed. This is my first rodeo, so I don't reply, knowing its intentions were probably bad. And other people were, saying the kind of same thing. Get in easy, work a little, get what you want. It's classic playbook once you get, the signs. A lot of people do it for a clout. A lot of people do it to get some clout from a specific person for whatever reason. This time it was to actually get in someone's pants, unfortunately. It says, it's sad that it's all come out like this rather than people know, I'd rather people know than not. Sounds like the guy was collecting pretty girls for fun, whatever he wanted. If they didn't play ball, he simply cut them off. Never understood the fangirl fanboy craze. So yeah, some people don't understand it, but yeah, this is what ended up happening with Sykkuno in what he was doing. He was getting in more people's pants, or trying to get in people's pants, and he was trying to get a harem, I guess, for whatever he wanted to do. He was an F-boy through and through. The whole predator thing, like I said, it's wishy-washy. A lot of people think he is, he isn't, etc. But he definitely was a creepy mofo out there. That is one definite thing that did happen. And of course, people are going to do, things like that when they want to get in people's pants. He is someone that has been outed, and now it's just gotten worse for him. And I think it's going to continue being this way. Just giving you guys as much information as I can, as best I can, of course. And you guys let me know down below what you think. Ooh, subliminal messaging. Follow the squirrel. Subscribe to the squirrel. This is not a psyop. This is just me being a dumbass. Ooh, subscribe. Sykkuno is someone who has, well, gotten the worst of it all, at least recently seemed to have gotten the worst of it all when it comes to things going on in the universe of the VTuber space and other spaces there. Well, we have talked about the things that have happened when it comes to Sykkuno, the things that have happened recently when it came to Hemamal and Alfie and others, talking about the situation that he has gone through, that each of the women have gone through, exposing him. And, I put my part here, which is absolutely disgusting and despicable for someone to go and do something like this. My heart goes out to those who are hurt by them. Maple Chicken also says, awful, I'm sorry, Mrs. Mummy. So sorry that you and his girlfriend are the collateral damage to his actions. Really sad that you had to go through this from such a large creator that made you feel special and love bombed you with attention. That's the thing. It is one of those things that are, when you're talking about this whole situation, it is a big warning sign, big red sign, even when it comes to me. I am easily manipulated. So, I'm not saying I would be any better than these women. I'm easily manipulated, and I know certain manipulation tactics that can be used. I'm a guy, so it's less likely to happen in those ways, but more likely to happen to try to get my money. That type of thing. Love bombing and things like that to try to get my money. So I know that, and I try my best not to have to deal with those types of people, because I know the things that they would go through, the things they would say, the things that would happen when if this stuff happens here. So we are going to continue and take a look at this. Game Realist says, oh my god, around 55:22 of the Mujin video, this girl literally says, but you can still talk to me after Sykkuno wants to sever ties. That's not something you say to a dangerous predator. She's mad she wasn't the number one of this cheating scum. LOL. And going on here, continuing, let's listen to what he says here. This is something that I criticized on my stream when I was talking there. And here's the thing. This is, just before we talk about it, because we are going to mention about it and mention everything there. Part of it is when you are sprung over somebody, as it used to be said back in the day, you want to stay with them. You still have emotional attachment. I can't blame her for still having emotional attachment. Although, I will say the same thing that a lot of other people say. Girl, take care of yourself, and don't let someone like this control you the way that it seems to be happening here. So, yeah, don't do that. Don't let that happen. This is not what you should do. But let's listen in to what this person's saying here.
That's it.
What's it?
Probably never talking again.
You and me?
Yes.
What? Why?
Is that not why?
What is why? I'm still upset with you, but you didn't cheat on me. You can still
What?
talk to me and be, make up for your actions. Don't get me wrong, because I always am there for second chances. But I never will forgive you for cheating on her. That's
it.
So that is the thing that everyone is going crazy over, because as they should go crazy over something like this. It is, you don't do that. You don't go and do that. You don't go in and allow someone to continue to be in your life when that is what they did. When they have done something like that, you do not allow them to continue on in your life, because that is honestly, it's going to get worse. They're going to continue doing that kind of stuff. They're going to continue going hard on you. They're going to continue trying to be that person that has that hold over you, which is really, truly not what you want when it comes to these things. That's why people started to criticize this, this individual here. And it is something that I will say as well. Down here it says, yo, guys, make sure to keep this energy when the next scandal about a woman cheating on her boyfriend comes out. He would have had all the energy against him if these bees, this person is against women, didn't try to exaggerate it, but because of that, less people care. The people we preyed on, being clout, chasing a-holes too. She has me blocked. She tells me she's, and again, people again going after her. This is one thing that does happen when you call out someone that is extremely popular. This absolutely does happen. The people who keep saying they texted me first, they're 18 and 19, dumbass young adults who don't know anything. They like the famous person like anyone does. Why not asking why did this 34-year-old man respond to a 19-year-old right away? Sykkuno's the one to blame. They shouldn't be voting. It's basically that type of thing. Side piece gets cut off, makes Google Docs expose them, reap the 25-minute impression of temporary clout, and real victims are the actual girlfriend. She's not a victim. She's just upset that she's a side piece. That is one thing you're going to be hearing a lot over here. You're going to be hearing, for whatever reason, a lot of, oh, she's just angry that she's a side piece. She's just angry that she's not the main person's, the main gal. She's not the person who is the main one there. And that is scummy overall. Just put it out there. It's scummy overall to see this and hear this. But let's continue on. It says here, OMG, I didn't even realize it. She spent 15 minutes in a call to convince him to leave his ex and get with her. She made the play. And here it says, the psychotic laugh makes the clip, by the way, proper clipped version here of the same thing that I just went over.
What is why I'm still upset with you, but you didn't cheat on me.
What?
You can still talk to me. And
this was honestly something the same way I reacted when it happened. Thank you. Someone else clocked it. You didn't cheat on me though, LMFAO. So yeah, they're just going around with that narrative. They're pushing that narrative there. Whether the vindication comes to the same doc, legit Turkey Tom 2.0, only he did cheat. It says, did not in fact expect to vindicate it early in the drama. This usually takes me 2 to 3 days. Even our sloppy drama is getting shorter. Damn you, and continuing here. And people, didn't cheat on me. Same thing here. Brain power took to record the conversation, then post it knowing this is in here. Simply amazing. What Sykkuno did was messed up, but Maul wanting to maintain contact with him was a bit strange. This is where I'm mentioning, where I'm going to put in the reason why I mentioned before, that a lot of it has to do with the fact that she was still emotionally attached to the guy. I can absolutely understand that. I can, look, like I said, I'm a dude who is easily manipulated. I am easily love-bombed. I'm easily all that. It's bad on my end. I understand it. But I have been in these situations early on where like, no, as long as you keep me, I'm fine. I've been in those situations. So I can absolutely, I'm not ashamed of it. It was when I was younger. I was a teenager when this happened. When I got older, I realized people manipulate you that way, and I didn't do it. But I am someone who's easily loved by myself, so I can understand how they could go through the situation. Since it was due to me still having some emotional attachment since we had been talking every day, that along with always having values of if someone can change, they can be forgiven, I only brought out the statement afterwards since I realized it was a pattern of cheating when I reached out to more friends. If we think maybe the recording was before the doc, that's why it's in the doc. I also got led and lied to, which he admits. Obviously, I've also had feelings of attachment that haven't fully gone away yet, but I made the document after to make sure other girls don't have the same situation. Thanks for clarifying. Liberty Tyrant put it in there. Anyone with a brain would totally understand why you still felt attached to him. It's very much difficult to remove yourself from someone you were so close to, even when you know you really effed up. The realization just needed more time to sink in than perfectly fine. Please take care of yourself, Hamomo. And that's the main thing. She eventually realized, not good, left, that kind of stuff. But remember, they were trying to live together. They were trying to get that much attachment, that much closeness to him. And that will make you want to stay with the person. As the last one, before we end this whole thing, is with accusations of Sykkuno love bombing and sex pesting other content creators, the rats are forming in my head. This is Parrot 4chan talking about Cat Shark, vouch, Pokimane vouch. People, what they're talking about here is that Goody cheated on his real girlfriend, and like Sykkuno that faces major backlash, cheating on his girlfriend of 5 years with multiple VTubers. So there's also a rat going around in the that I'm not going to mention, other than just mentioning it, not going to put in the information out. That's what I mean. That is on 4chan. that maybe he went after Gura and other much larger creators as well. And that is where I'm going to leave this one. But yeah, it is really scummy the way he did the things. Of course, adults realize things sometimes a little too late, which is what happened with a lot of the girlies. Realize things a little too late. I'm sorry, I say girlies. A lot of the women out there. I apologize. The reason why I say girlies is like girly pops. For some reason, girly pops popped in my head because I know Bao was involved in this whole thing a little bit, at least in criticizing. So for some reason, girly pops went into my head. I apologize for that. So the women involved in this whole situation were the big victims in here. They were the victims in here. Sykkuno's not a victim in anything. He was a manipulator. He knew how to love bomb. He knew how to manipulate properly in order to get people into his sphere. And that does suck. It absolutely sucks. And I'm glad that people got out. Thank you guys for watching as always. And of course, take a look. And if you enjoy everything, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification icon. All those things that YouTube asks of you. Really do appreciate you. Have a wonderful day.